All right, it has been over a year almost since we've seen this man compete. And on February 6th in Las Vegas, as we just found out earlier this week, he will look to make it 7 straight wins when he faces Beneil Dariush. Happy to welcome back Diego Ferreira to the program. Diego, how are you, man?
Thank you. Good. Doing good, brother. Just here, getting back from Dallas, after great session over there. Now back to the Valley, and healthy, ready to go.
There you go. It is good to have you back here. It's going to be good to see you back in the octagon. It's funny because 2020 started off so good for you. You became the first fighter to submit Anthony Pettis. You did it UFC 246 on that massive card with Conor McGregor on it. And then a rough year of inactivity, the pandemic, the ups and downs. So you go undefeated for the year. You have this massive win. But in your eyes, would you call 2020 a successful year for your career?
Not really. No, I have so much a dream for my career on 2020. I was looking to at least have like 3 fights on that year, but it was not the way I was planning. But things we cannot. We're not in control. We just have to look for the best.
At the end of the day, you will be known, unless something crazy happens, as the last guy to beat Anthony Pettis in the UFC. He's going on, obviously, to the PFL. He won his last 2 fights. The most recent one, obviously, was against your teammate, Alex Morono. But, I mean, is that something that's going to be pretty cool to think about, or will be later on in your career when you reflect back on everything? Like, I was the last guy to beat Anthony Pettis in the UFC.
Yeah, it's something like I have that's the thing I think. The way the matchmakers looking right now for me, I think they look to put me against somebody to really, is gonna deserve to be on that place, from Anthony Pettis, because I took his place on a rank, and I really focus to do good and see I can climb a little bit more on the rank and get a spectacular finish like the way he did, and that's what I'm looking right now.
You were supposed to fight Drew Dober in May, and then that event got canceled because of the pandemic. We spoke not long after that happened, but you were hoping to come back maybe in the summer, but you just wanted enough time to prepare and have an actual camp before you got back in there. And, you were hoping they would rebook you against Drew. They did for November. Was anything offered to you before that? Because it seemed like it took a long time to get you another fight.
Yeah, I was having a little bit of problem with not with FC, but to book my fight, because I was getting ready to get married. I was married already, but I was getting married to the church. I have a lot of dreams to do that, but we all the pandemic happened, we have to push back a little bit all the dreams we have, but I was really looking forward to get a better camp, to really get fighter with Dober, put a good show, because he have a good finish on his last fights, and I was really looking forward to fight him and get more another spectacular finish too for myself, but nothing go the way we expect. But it was hard, It was hard for me because a lot of things happened. I was having a dream to finish it up with my house. I was building my house with all this happening. I have to stop a little bit on that too, and we are while we're waiting for another baby too, and we lost, things go really out of control around that time, and it affected me a little bit. I was not, because I was trying to get to my to my feet, everything, but a pandemic happened, and then I got sick. It was one thing behind another thing. Like really difficult for me. But now I'm here. now I'm back on the track, better than ever, and I'm really looking for get a good start of the year again, better. It's not the beginning of the year the way I wanted, but it's the second month of the beginning of the year, and I'm just gonna be focused on this fight now.
Wow, sorry to hear about all that stuff. Jeez Louise, what a crazy year that was. It was crazier than in a lot of other ways. So when the fight with Drew Dober didn't happen, I mean, there were some conflicting reports with that one. Some folks said that you tested positive for COVID, and when I asked you about it, you said you had an arm injury. So I didn't really know what. I just went with that. But which one was it, if you don't mind me asking? Or maybe it was both, considering the year you had.
No, I was not. First, because I have my own business, I have my gym in Rigon Valley, and I was afraid because I was afraid to affect my gym too, because that's the only only thing I can get money to support my family, like besides the UFC, besides the fighting opportunity I have, and I was afraid to tell everybody, I got COVID, and my students, I did all my 2 weeks, my quarantine, I did everything at home, but I was afraid to affect my business, and I was afraid to get this, social media sometimes it get overwhelming everybody now, and I was afraid from there, but I got the COVID, and I had to put out the fight. I was not feeling 100% still, I was 3 weeks, I think 3 weeks before the fight, but I still gonna want to fight, but I say, no, it's gonna be better to pull out, but, I don't want to affect my gym. I don't want to affect my business. And that's what I decided in that time, and it hurt me. It hurt a lot because I was so focused mentally, to fight over. And this happened, things happen for a reason in my life. But it's good to let this go. It's good to tell everybody I was not hurt. I was just getting sick, getting through all this. So it was more difficult for me.
We're feeling good now. We're ready to go in a few weeks, right?
Exactly, right there.
I mean, how excited were you for January 1st between the fighting and everything that happened, the wedding having to postpone the church wedding and everything? How excited were you to take that 2020 calendar and just throw it in the trash, man?
Now, for me, it's gonna be great, bro. It's gonna be it's a great feeling just to be training, the way I wanted, the way I'm really looking for this fight, more cautious, more focused, prepare myself as much as I can, on with my team, and I'm really I'm just waiting to step in on that cage and do everything I wanted to win that fight.
By the way, I know we had spoken before the RDA fight against Paul Felder because Islam Makhachev had to pull out of the fight. And you were like, oh, I want it. I want that fight. Did it even get on the UFC's radar? Did they talk to you about it or not?
They talk. I was 178 on that night, I say, no, why you don't put this fight 170, just to make sure I gotta be healthy. I gotta be, in a good form, and I gotta miss weight. I gotta do anything. And so no, let me see. I have some people want to make 155, and I said, all right, sounds good. And but don't happen, I was not sad. I was not but Paul Felder took me 155. He did everything he could to make 155 jump on, but I don't think he's. Damn, he have 2 losses already, on the division. Switch for another thing, change it for the ranking. I don't think he he lost twice on the road, and he's still on the ranking in front of me. Come on, and it's something really bothered me too. It's something I really have to exactly. I have to show my job too, my work too. You know, I think this is the opportunity to step on the cage now. 2021 and show that I deserve to be in the front of those guys who have been losing. Twice in a row or once, and it's still in front of me. But 2021 is a promise for me.
There you go. And now you get to fight Beneil Dariush, a man you have faced before in 2014, UFC 179. You lost a unanimous decision that night, first loss of your career, and now you get a chance to come back and avenge that loss in 2021. I got to ask you, were you happy with the matchup when you saw it because you got that chance to avenge that first loss, or were you hoping to get a guy that was ranked above you?
No, I'm happy with that. It's my first loss. The way I've been telling everyone, it's my first loss. I have I don't have no how can I say? I don't have no weight on my shoulders. Like I have to go and destroy this guy because the first time he don't submit me. No, I gotta take this like I was one more fight on my career. And I have one more opportunity to fight him again. But I take this like one more chance to go there and redeem myself. And put a good show. Put everything I have, everything I've been waiting for 2020 to 2021 to put a good show for my fans and my family to see how much I improved, how much I got better to on that day.
How much do you remember about that first fight with Beneil? Like, is it one that you think about often, or have you sort of totally moved on from it because you're a completely different guy than you were back then?
I don't remember too much. I know I got really exhausted. I was 2 weeks notice on a fight. He have the same problem. Because he accept the fight. We are just two newcomers coming on the scene. And for me, it was more like exhaustion. I was more like tired because I didn't do no fight camp or anything. I was just in vacation at the time, And my manager called me, hey, do you want to fight? 2 weeks. And I was in New York, having a vacation with my wife. And I said, no, why not? I'm going to see my family, in Brazil. It's gonna be great. From there, I'm gonna go to Manaus, see what I can do. Why not? And I jump in. I made the weight. I still made the weight, but it was not a good performance for me. But this time for me, it's just more be more focused. Be more focused. I know he improved too. He improved so much as a fighter. The same way as for me, he improved. And now we're gonna be facing each other. Both of us is gonna put the show. He's gonna be really. He throw down. He wanna go do the brawler. I gonna be doing the same way. Try to get the finish. And I'm excited for this one.
Is it like the first one? And we're not taking anything away from Beneil. Is it like the first fight doesn't even count in a weird way because of all that? Like you can't compare the two, right?
Yeah, I don't know. I was good fighting. I think I could have done a lot of more things, But I did a lot of wrong stuff too. I cut way wrong. I recover wrong. The way I doing now. The way I do all my preparation and the recover after the weight cut. Was a little bit rough for me, but this time I think it's gonna be different. It's gonna be more focused.
Have you been impressed with what he's done? I mean, ever since the knockout loss to Alex Hernandez, he's won 5 in a row, 4 straight finishes. Have you been, you've had to watch the last couple from the sidelines, unfortunately, but have you been impressed with what he's done recently?
Oh yeah, I've been impressed with his last two. His last 2 finish, damn, who's not gonna be impressed, as a mixed martial art, others, like, we be impressed with each other. I be impressed with him, like, the way he finished all those guys, it's really good, and that's what make me be more on my toes, be more prepared than ever to fight somebody like that, because he's not a grappler only, he's a finisher. He's going there to to try knock you out, and that's what I'm looking right now. That's how I'm really training to be faster, to be stronger, to be smarter, because that's the way I prepare myself every single time when I have a time to prepare for a fight.
When you fought Anthony Pettis in January of last year, the lightweight division looked like a very certain way, right? Like we're going to see Khabib fight Tony Ferguson. And then we saw Ferguson fight Justin Gaethje. And then Gaethje fought Khabib. Khabib submits him, retires. Charles Oliveira beats Tony Ferguson. The UFC signs Michael Chandler, who's fighting Dan Hooker next Saturday. This is like a completely different division that you're coming back to, right? Like how crazy is this looking at it now compared to what it was a year ago?
Exactly. That's what it. I for my personally, the how changing in a 1 year completely the division for the last 5 years, it's been that way. We've been seeing Khabib and Tony Ferguson one fighting now, all that, but now is a different way to see, and I'm really excited, because it's opened the doors for all of us, open the doors to can have a chance to get there and make the change on the division too, and make the change to I can climb up the ladder and be getting close by the belt.
Can I ask you this? And I don't want you to talk bad about your employer at all, but did the UFC make a mistake by not doing a tournament here? Like they should have done a tournament. Everyone said they should have done a tournament. I know Khabib is still the champion technically, but I kind of hope he just stays retired. Like he made a promise to his mom. Like you should probably honor those things. I don't want to see him come back unless he really, really wants to and she approves, but they should have done a tournament and you should have been a part of this tournament, Diego.
I think so, especially because the way I see, like, the most wins, like, it's me, Charles Oliveira, and who more? I gotta put, like, another fighter. Just for year, just to gauge it. Like, I think I could be in between those guys, but, it's not, that's my opinion only, but I really could have a chance. But, Mikey Chandler jumping in front of us, that's sorry, the way my language and everything, but it's a bullshit, like the way he jumping in front of all my fucking hard work, all my really hard work, and I don't like, I don't like at all, but it is what it is. I want to get this fight. If I have the opportunity to one day face Mike Chandler, I wanted that fight too, I want to mix it up my skills with his and see who's going to be the best, if he really deserves to be there. But first, you have to pass, Dan Hooker is not he's not a easy fighter. But I'm still going for Dan Hooker, get this win next week and see how he going to take that one.
Do you think Dan wins that fight?
Yeah, I think Dan's going to take that fight. I think so.
What about Dustin and Connor? I got to ask you about that.
I still go for Poirier because damn, he's one of the guy to knock me out,
Yeah, he's the other guy to beat you.
He's the other guy beat me, I have my only 2 losses in my career, and I still going for Poirier.
And then I don't know if you saw this, but Dana White was speaking to, I forget who he was speaking to, but he said that Nate Diaz is going to come back down to 155. So who knows? What are your thoughts on that? I don't know if this is the first time you've heard that, but another new name at 155. I don't know if you're happy about that or if that frustrates you even more, because Nate's a big name, and when you throw in a guy like that, he's probably going to get himself, I'm sure he's going to get a big fight, right?
Yeah, it's like that. It's more harder, like that's just you can see. Damn, it's hard to say, but the UFC just looking for the fight money, it's hard to say, but it's not more skills by skills. I know this is not more like that. It's a fight money, but it's just get me more upset, make me more hungry to get there and really put a good show. And if I have the time to like fight Nick Diaz, I want to fight him too. You know, like if I have the opportunity, like the way everybody have the chance, we have to get there and put my work into to get in a cage with him. I'll be glad to fight him too.
I feel like you and Charles Oliveira, like you're the two guys that are just going to like sneak in there and just ruffle all of these feathers. Like you're just going to quietly come in and just flip this division upside down, because even after Charles Oliveira beat Tony Ferguson, like I feel like he's in the conversations. Like Dana's talking about him fighting Justin Gaethje, which I think is the fight to make, but almost like it was forgotten about for some weird reason. Like, isn't that weird? Like he just dominated Tony Ferguson and we're not hearing about him.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like, that's the thing. I don't know why the guy put so much effort in the way he dominated Tony Ferguson. Now, like, damn, it's not fair, you know. It's not fair for the guy too. But it is what it is. I'm not the boss, you know. But I wish he could. I wish he could put a hand with somebody like Justin Gaethje, you know. Like that's what would be. That would be a good fight. That would be a good fight for the you know, to get the next person for the title shot.
Yes, and then you're obviously on your way up to that point, but we got to take care of business on February 6th. The rematch against Beneil Dariush, big fight at 155. How do we reintroduce yourself to this division after over a year away?
Like a new guy, just going there trying to get something he deserved, and that's how I gotta look at the new guy, just getting there to take the chance and getting the most finishes I can.
Do you feel like you get a chip on your shoulder heading into this one with everything going on? In a way,
not really.
like no,
not really, because I'm just the way I say I'm just a new guy jumping into the rankings. You know, I'm trying to get as much wins as I can to get close to buy the title shot, and that's how I'm looking right now.
Well said, Diego. Well, I'm glad we were able to do this. I know you're at the gym getting ready. We're just weeks away from this thing going down, and I'm excited, man. I'm excited to see this fight. It's a good one, and I think I speak for a lot of people that we're excited to see you get back in there after almost a year away. So, best of luck to you in the fight. Best of luck to you in training, and all the best to you on February 6th, man. I appreciate it.
Thank you, brother. I appreciate it.